You know, there are certain images out there in our solar system that just feel familiar, almost safe, and there's probably none more recognizable than this one, the absolute jewel of our cosmic neighborhood, Saturn. But today, we're gonna peel back that serene beauty and take a hard look at what's really going on beneath the surface.
I mean, seriously, just look at it. Those gorgeous golden colors and those rings, just breathtaking. It looks so calm, so peaceful. It's the kind of picture you'd put on your desktop background to feel a little bit of that cosmic wonder, right? A little promise of tranquility out there in the big empty.
But what if I told you that this picture of peace is one of the biggest illusions in the whole solar system? What if, behind all that beauty, there's a level of violence that makes Earth's worst disasters look like a joke? What if this isn't paradise at all, but a monster just hiding in plain sight?
Okay, let's start with the most famous part, those rings. We kind of think of them as this permanent ancient feature, as old as the planet itself. Well, they're not. They are a fleeting, violent show, and they're literally dying right now as we speak.
Because what you're really looking at isn't some pristine, elegant piece of cosmic jewelry. No, it's a crime scene. The rings are just the pulverized, frozen guts of moons and comets that got a little too close and were ripped to shreds by Saturn's insane gravity. They're a beautiful, glittering graveyard.
And here's what's really shocking, just how temporary they are. For most of Saturn's 4.5 billion year life, it probably didn't even have rings. They might have only shown up about 100 million years ago, back when dinosaurs were still walking around on Earth. And right now, they're disappearing. They're literally raining down onto the planet as icy particles. In another 100 million years, they'll be gone. Just a blink of an eye in cosmic time.
The terror isn't just something from the past, though. Oh no, it is happening right now, like an eternal nightmare. Up at Saturn's North Pole, there's something going on that scientists to this day can't really explain. A storm that it defies all logic. Now to get this, you have to understand the scale we're talking about. This is not just a storm. It is a weather system so enormous it could swallow our entire planet whole and still have room to spare. It's a 20,000-mile wide, perfectly six-sided vortex. This is not natural weather as we understand it. It's something else.
And inside this bizarre geometric shape, the violence is it's almost impossible to comprehend. You've got a jet stream howling at 1,800 kilometers per hour. If you flew into that, it wouldn't just be deadly, you would simply be erased from existence.
Let's try to put that in perspective. The most powerful, most terrifying hurricanes ever recorded here on Earth, they top out at around 300 kilometers per hour. Saturn's Hexagon is 6 times faster. It makes a Category 5 hurricane look like a gentle little breeze. And maybe the most unsettling part of it all? We don't know why it's a hexagon. I mean, there are theories, sure, but nobody knows for sure. It has been raging for as long as we've been able to see it. A perfect geometric wound on the face of a planet. Constant, unblinking. It feels like it's watching.
But the horror isn't just stuck on the planet itself. It radiates outward, poisoning its own family of moons and filling the space around it with sound.
And no, this is not science fiction. The Cassini spacecraft actually detected these intense plasma waves that travel between Saturn and its moon, Enceladus. When you convert that data into audio, it sounds like these eerie, ghostly howls. It is literally the sound of a planet and its moon screaming at each other across the void.
And the moons themselves, they are beautiful death traps. You have Enceladus, which might harbor life in an ocean under its ice, but the surface is soaked in so much radiation it would kill an unprotected human in an instant. And then there's Titan, a truly alien world where it rains liquid hydrocarbons into lakes of methane, all at a cozy minus 179 degrees Celsius. A world where water is as hard as rock, and one wrong step would mean you dissolve in a freezing toxic soup.
So, what do you get when you put all this together? The dying rings, the eternal storm, the screaming, the poison moons. You get the true nature of Saturn.
And that's the real kicker. Saturn doesn't have to be evil or angry. Its sheer scale is the threat. This is a giant so massive it could swallow over 760 Earths. Its very presence just warps everything around it.
It's been so incredibly fast. A day there is just a little over 10 hours long, that the force is literally squashing the planet. It's not a perfect sphere. It's bulging out at its equator. The immense forces at play are distorting its very shape.
And this is the main takeaway. Saturn doesn't need to chase you. It doesn't need to hunt you down. It just sits there. Beautiful, silent, and patient. It's a quiet monster. And its danger isn't in what it does, but in what it is.
So, the next time you see that beautiful, ringed planet in a picture or through a telescope, just remember what you learned today. In the cold, silent emptiness of space, the most beautiful things can hide the most terrifying truths. So I have to ask, which part got to you the most? The fact that its rings are dying, that eternal hexagon storm, or the thought of dissolving on Titan? The universe isn't always friendly. Turns out, it's just really, really good at pretending it is.